Alrighty then, we're back with some more Warzone solos action today, and we're going to be using the new reactive AUG weapon. It's just been added to the store as a blueprint that you can buy, and I think it's going to be a bit of a controversial one because at the moment the AUG is considered a little bit overpowered by some people. I wouldn't disagree. I do think it is very powerful, and it could do with a little bit of a nerf. And adding a reactive bundle to the store at this point might not have been the best idea. But there we are. I think it's a pretty cool reactive skin when you see it. But as you've seen, I've gone into one of those stadium rooms. That's the other stadium room that's now unlocked. And I've walked out with 10 grand, which is pretty awesome. Now, I was going to go for the buy station at stadium, but there's a bit of action at stadium. And you don't want to be buying your loadout and dropping it right next to stadium when there's like 10 people running around inside it. So just going to run across the river and we'll get the loadout over there. Now, of course, as with most blueprints that you buy in the store, you aren't always going to leave them exactly as they're set up for Warzone because they're not quite what you need to make the gun work properly for the ranges and gunfights that you're going to be fighting in. So this AUG that you're going to see is slightly different. I've switched out the normal suppressor for the agency. It's got the strike team barrel on there, but this is what it looks like when it's not reacting because, of course, I haven't got any kills yet. But it does get better and better as the round goes on. I'll cut to some of the action now so you can see what this gun does as you get kills and it starts to react. I've come back over to Stadium here because I know there'll be some action. People still trying to loot up at the very start of the game. I'm struggling to find them to begin with, and they sort of find me in this situation. I think I spot one up there. There you go. That's the first guy that I spot. But you might have just noticed, yeah, there's a guy standing right next to him with a sniper. And me still trying to work out how the SUSAT multi-zoom works. And it's scoping in and scoping out. I'm trying to use it like it's a sniper where you hold shift on the keyboard to stop any movement of the scope. And of course, this scope doesn't do that. It's just force of habit. And as you noticed on the heartbeat there, there is a lovely lad hanging around the buy station here. 35 meters. Probably about the perfect distance for the AUG. Here we go. Two tap. Jobs are good. And I think I might have actually 3-tapped him, but whatever. There you go. That's the reaction starting there. You'll notice it's now pulsing purple because we've got our first kill with it. I think that looks really, really cool. The purple pulse just gives it a lot more of that visual flair. It makes absolutely no difference to how it works in Warzone, but I'm a sucker for anything that looks cool. Sometimes I'll pick weapons purely because they look cool rather than they actually perform very well. And in that regard, I'm really excited for the Krieg blueprint that's supposed to be like a dragon. That looks really cool. I can't wait to give that a shot. There's a guy just above here. These guys, I don't think, had their loadouts. But there you go. There's another part of the reaction. It's now going red and green pulses and a bit of yellow there. So you notice the handle and all of the metal on it changes to yellow from the original color. And I'm not sure what the original color was, but it definitely doesn't look like that anymore. I think this is a really cool reactionary gun. Like the Farah reactive was pretty cool as part of the battle pass, but this one I think is a little bit more special. This guy dropping back in here. This is the guy that I killed on his loadout, unfortunately. The lad.
What the?
That music in the background, he must have just had like an open mic on or something like that. Yeah, I mean, that's 4 kills down with the AUG already. We already know the AUG's really good. But the reactive camo, just for me, just makes it that little bit more special. Something I've noticed at the moment in Warzone is lobbies dying quite quickly, especially in solos. Like, we're not even anywhere near the end of Circle 1. We've still got 1:15 left, and there's only 82 players. That's literally half the lobby already dead, which is pretty mental. I'm going to go after the bounty here. And I make some mistakes in this play here, like playing with the sniper, just standing out in the middle of the road. This is not smart. I shouldn't have been doing that. But I was feeling more confident because this guy over here, which is my bounty, was firing an unsuppressed weapon. And I was like, well, he hasn't got his loadout, so he's probably not going to do much damage. And I'll be honest, he didn't react at all to those bullets. I'm not sure if he was a new player or not, but he was using a budget CDL skin, as I call it, which is the one that you can buy from the store. I picked up another bounty here, and this is where I start to make another mistake, because the guy is still on top of that tower. And I'm just, again, standing out in the middle of the road with no cover whatsoever. And I think because I'd got so many kills at the start of the round, it gave me a little bit of a false sense of security. Like, it was just like, okay, I can just wander around and get some more kills. Sometimes that happens where, like, you get a little bit of a kill streak going, you gain some confidence, and you think, yeah, I'm having a good round, this will be great. And you make a push that you shouldn't have made, and you get yourself killed. The fact that this guy shot me whilst I was on the road, kind of a good thing, because now I can go and search for him or take some cover, and I'm not going to get shot out in the open. Now, at this point here, again, I am taking a bit of a risk, but there's a bounty over here from the one I picked up earlier, and there's a guy driving around on a quad bike, and again, I'm running around in the middle of nowhere. I've got myself caught between a rock and a hard place, because if that bounty sees me out here, pretty much guaranteed going to die. But luckily, someone decided to run into the guy on the quad bike. Sort of gives me an opportunity here to mop up a little bit, which is good, and move closer to cover. Because at the moment, again, I've still not got my ghost load out. So if anyone does pop a UAV, I'm right on the UAV. But yeah, the amount of times that I make mistakes in solos, guys, like another one there. This guy just on top of the roof above me. I think this guy is the guy that was on top of the tower that was shooting me about a minute ago. And he's dropped down from the tower to come and get involved in that gunfight that I just picked up as a third party. He didn't get involved quick enough, and obviously I got the kill. He's got ghosts, so he either picked that up as his first loadout or he's already got his second. I'll just crouch around here. I could hear some footsteps on metal above me, so he's running around on the edge of the building, which gives you metal footsteps. And I've moved myself away. Kind of getting a little bit lucky moving away there, because really, if he's on the roof, he has the power play. He should have been able to get me, but I think it's pretty safe at this point. I need to go and get that. He's going to get that ghost loadout, so I'm not showing up on UAVs anymore. Getting 6 kills with the AUG this early on is not bad, you know. Especially in downtown, where you can get picked off by so many people. I have gotten lucky in a couple of different scenarios, where there's been like third parties, or, you know, someone shot me at the opportune moment. This guy dropping down here from the big tower. Get the one hit on him. Hit him in the back with the sniper. I thought that would break him, but it didn't break him. I'm just switching roofs here, making sure nobody's looking at me directly as I get up on the zipline. One of the easiest ways to die in Warzone. There you go. Takes the hit immediately. Breaks my plates. Now, I struggle for a second to actually find this guy, although it should have been much easier to find him, because the angle that he shot me at, there's only a few places he can shoot me from. And there he is, hiding in the window. Bilbo Baggy Balls. Most inventive name in Warzone history. This guy here trying to get away over towards hospital. Trying to get ahead of the game. Now, disabling that there, you know, that was my point where he's going to jump out and I could get another kill with the LW3, but some random lad somewhere else pops a shot. And again, I couldn't figure out quite where they were initially. And this is a dangerous thing to do in solos, and it's something that I've picked up from playing with guys like Stod and Tomo, where I play in trios and quads. And when I say picked up, I feel comfortable in those game modes to stand on a ledge and wait to take damage, because if I do go down, I'll fall back onto the roof and they'll be able to res me. And it doesn't matter, I can just put a couple of plates on, we're good to go. You can't really do that in solos, especially right now. I don't have a self-res, and I've only got 1 plate extra. So if that guy had downed me, well, he would have killed me. And I'd have been in the gulag. So this is a bad habit that I've picked up. So in solos, don't really do what I'm doing right here, because I'm just standing on the edge. Anybody could snipe me here. And it's just a full sense of security I've got from having played so many trios and quads, where someone's always backing me up and my teammates have always got my back. Yeah, you can't do that in solos because no one's looking out for you. So yeah, definitely don't do that. And here, I make another mistake. Why didn't I buy a self-res at that point? I've got 8.5 grand. But no, I just buy a few plates and I move on. It's a really silly move. I should have bought the self-res and guaranteed that if I get sniped, then I'll be able to res myself. But nope, didn't do that. So once again, still relatively unprotected. But 9 kills, 36 players left. This is looking like a healthy round. So I'd lost that bounty, or I'd escaped the bounty, because he ran out of time to kill me. But he'd moved across to exactly where I was again, so he was still looking for me at that point. And you might have noticed somebody there around the edge of fire station. You might have caught it on the screen as I was parachuting across. And there's a reason that I went this side of fire station compared to the other side. I didn't want to parachute straight into a player who might have an SMG that could immediately beam me after I land. It's a really vulnerable position where as soon as you land, you're in a vulnerable position. Snipe from behind, lands the shot. That was 2 snipes in very quick succession, so I think he was using the Pellington. But he goes down like a sack of potatoes. I think he was like, what the hell? Couldn't quite hear it because I was talking there. We're on edge of zone here. This is not a bad position. Not a huge amount of cover, but I'm thinking most people are going to be on the other side of the river, since that's where all the buildings are. And this guy conveniently fires a bullet and then jumps off of the monument at the precise time I needed him to, so I know where he is. Now, this looks stupid, going into the gas, wearing out your gas mask, but at this point, Wesley has finally realised he doesn't have a self-res, so he buys one. And then he buys a second gas mask so that he can run back into the zone without the gas mask coming off and then me starting to cough, potentially letting this player know that I was here, because he shouldn't have any idea where I am. But he doesn't have Ghost, and he is about 50 meters in front of me. You're going to see here in a second where he manages to get himself to. That's a different guy. You know, always worth marking these people, just in case they turn around and look at you. Snipers are still really loud in this game, aren't they? Now there, that would have been a headshot if that darn rock hadn't got in the way. But that was a bit annoying because I've just fired a shot from behind that guy, and he should know where that bullet's come from. Which puts me in a difficult position because I'm now coming down onto the same level of ground as him, which means it's kind of more of a fair fight now.
Mark a target.
Now that shot there, I think that was a headshot, but because I shot through glass, it takes away some of the damage. If there was no glass there, that probably would have been an instant headshot, instant kill, or an instant down, and we would have had no problems. But now this guy knows precisely where I am, and he's making life a bit more difficult for me. There we go, we get the down. The distance I've got to cover here is about 60 meters, something like that. I'm not going to cover that in the amount of time that he's going to self-res, so you get the double sticky on him. We get the confirmed kill, but I have made a lot of noise at this point. Got to keep my wits about me, make sure nobody's looking at me. And then here, I thought this was a nice little sneaky play, because no one in the tower is going to be able to see me down here. Of course, unless there's somebody down here hiding, which hopefully there isn't. And then I can use the ladder as a position of like a little vantage point. Before I jump straight up into the open, I can have a look around and I can see what's going on. Like this. So I can just have a cheeky peek. Make sure no one's about, then we can move. So I dropped into the tunnel to give me a little bit of cover until we get to this point, but I have to come back into the circle. Heartbeats are so powerful in solos, man. I mean, if I didn't have a heartbeat there and I ran straight for that garage over there where that guy is, I probably would have died. Because again, I have to assume these people have got like a Mac 10, and at close range, I'm just not going to beat them with an AUG or an LW3. I'm thinking of a good late rotation on this circle here. I am in full view of the top of Fire Station Tower and the top of the apartment block here. But again, I'm sort of trying to think, like, are people going to expect me to be out in the open here? Probably not. There was someone on the mini-map, you might have spotted it, at the very bottom door here. So as the zone starts to move, you're going to see this guy pop out. There he is. One more burst there and I would have killed him. One more burst and I would have killed him. This guy on top of the tower. Now, I've shot at 2 people here, and I haven't killed either. I haven't downed either of them, but I just got a kill confirmation for one of them, and I don't know which one it is. Is it the guy on top of the tower? Probably not now, looking at how far the zone has come in. Probably the guy down in the garages. And I forgot that someone was right in the fire station tower, and that was looking right at me. Use up a little bit of the gas mask here, switch positions. Got to be really careful because there's somebody down in the garages. Possibly. I don't 100% know if there is or not. We're right on the edge of the gas. 4 players left. 1 is in the tower. We can confirm that completely. You can actually see him moving up there. Sneaky, sneaky. I'll be honest, not sure how he didn't kill me. I should be dead. There's no way I should be alive. That guy messed that up massively. 1v1v1. And here we go. Where are they going to be? Gas mask ruins me a little bit. Gas mask ruins me even more. But we get the win. AUG reactive, 15 kills solos win. I'm pretty proud of that one. Even though the gas mask nearly ruined me right at the end. So this is the reactive AUG blueprint as you buy it from the store, and these are the changes that I made. We switched the silencer for the agency silencer. We stick the strike team barrel on there for a 5th item. We take the radar pad off and put the field agent foregrip on there. And even though the Silux Holo Scout looks really nice as part of the blueprint, we take that off and then we put the SUSAT multi-zoom on there. That's the build that I was running in the video, and it was really good fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. That was a great solos round. I really enjoyed it. And I'll catch you all in the next one.